Welcome back to Meeke. This is one of my favorite segments of the show. And I don't know if it's because of the comic relief or if it's just because these headlines are just unbelievable. So here's what I do, and I call this "No, This Is Real," because that's what I think when I read these headlines. I go, that can't be real. But sure enough, this is real. And the only person who could talk to me about unbelievable headlines would be Eddy V, Eva Tagliano. So.
But there's no pressure.
There's
so
no, there's
comic
no
relief.
Well, okay, and I should say this. I should say this too. They're not all going to be funny. Some of them are just really strange, and I need someone to help me flesh them out. And you're the only person I could think, I don't know.
Strange Eddy V.
Yeah, just.
I get it. I'm following you now.
Just my question is just, should this happen?
Right.
Is this the right course of action? How did this make headlines? I don't know, all of those things.
Okay.
And so are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's just get started. I've got to tell you, though, this week, this is the second week that we're doing this. This week was tough for me to pull some headlines because they were all just so unbelievable, but I just...
Save some for a week that's not strange.
Okay, good. When there's nothing happening, I'll go back to my really
Right.
strange files. Okay, so here we go. This is a story out of Florida, okay? A gentleman, 63-year-old gentleman, who was a tour guide in the Everglades, okay? He lost his hand while he's up on his boat, okay? He's a tour guide. He's on his boat.
Okay.
And they're traveling down, I guess, this stream. And maybe the crowd in the boat is saying, show us a gator. I don't know what happened. But for some reason, he took a fish and just dangled it outside the boat to kind of stir up the alligators. Well, in the process of that, he left his hand near the surface of the water. So what do you think happened?
So you said he lost his hand.
Yeah.
The alligator took the fish.
Okay.
And the hand that fed him.
The alligator bit the hand that fed him.
Right.
Okay, so now you ready? Here's what's strange about this.
I'm really trying to think of a funny angle on this.
Okay, here's what's strange about this. Okay, insult to injury. He has since been arrested for the unlawful feeding of alligators.
No.
So here you have this tour guide just doing his job, trying to stir up the alligators, and this man loses his hand in the process of this. A tragedy.
Right.
I'm not mocking that.
Right.
Loses his hand, but then he was arrested and he was fined. Okay, $1,000 fine because it is unlawful to feed alligators. And in Florida they're known for having these gators, and so here is my question, Eddy V.
Okay.
Do you think there ever is a point where the police officers just say, he's been through enough?
Yes,
I mean,
I think this would qualify. Well, here's the thing. I understand what the government is trying to say, because my kids complained that every time we passed a dead armadillo on the side of the road, I made it into a lesson.
Okay.
Don't do drugs, kids, or that is going to happen to you. So the impulse to take a tragedy, in this case, the man losing his hand, and saying to folks, we are serious about not feeding alligators.
Yeah.
And here's the kind of thing that could happen. I actually understand that. Now, I would drop the fine.
Yeah.
From $1,000 to something, $100 or something. But I would use that guy in an ad, public service announcement, and then he could always lift up his hand and say, look, this could happen to you. Yul Brynner did the same thing. He had lung cancer, died of lung cancer. You remember the actor?
Yeah. So maybe become
After he died,
like an ambassador.
He had the release of an ad he had filmed prior to dying, and he said, by the time you see this, I'll be dead.
Oh, wow.
And don't start smoking. So I can actually see. Now, my kids would probably think, there goes Captain Safety again.
Yeah.
Because that was my nickname.
Yeah.
But I actually I like the idea, and I would pay this guy the money that he spent for the fine, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'd pay him to do a public service
Well, see,
announcement.
I just wonder, and we're going to move on, but I just wonder if his company, paid any of his hospital bills, because they found the gator, they tried to reattach the hand, and they couldn't. They
that
found
was part
the
of
hand.
his job, was to
He
get
was a tour
alligators
guide,
to come.
and maybe he was just kind of going the extra mile, which is what you want.
Yeah.
Good old American going the extra mile.
If you're on a tour guide in the Everglades, you want to see gators.
Yeah, exactly right. And so, and he was trying to make sure that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he should have been arrested. But I mean, I understand the law's the law. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure they should have taken him down.
I think, I don't know, did they file criminal charges too?
Well, I think so, yeah, because he had to post bail.
Oh,
so,
well.
Okay, you ready for this?
All right.
So, do you work out at all?
I think it should be obvious from just looking at me. So, You can draw your own conclusions. I do
because
sometimes.
You work out on a regular
I do
basis.
sometimes.
Because you work out on a regular basis, and you'll appreciate this. So here you go, a new gym opening in Canada.
Okay.
And
well, the Canadians are going to start working out.
The Canadians are going to start working out.
I'm
but
shocked.
here's the deal with this gym. It's called Body Exchange Gym in Canada. And the owner and CEO of this new gym, I guess it's going to be a franchise, her name is Louise Green. And here's the gym's policy. They ban skinny people.
They ban skinny people.
Skinny people cannot work out at this gym, Ed, because she says it has a negative influence or a negative effect on the people who really want to get in shape and really want to lose weight because they feel intimidated. So if you're skinny and you come to the gym, you are not allowed to enter.
All right. Well, so how do they determine what's skinny?
Yeah,
many people think I'm too skinny. That wasn't the funny part. So, but now Barney Fife's skinny. I would think you would want a Barney Fife in there, but someone like me who's well proportioned and many people, that's stupid.
Well, here's
that's
but
stupid
is it
and
legal?
probably
Can she do that?
discriminatory.
That's what I was thinking. Can she legally do that? Can she say you're too skinny, you can't work out here?
I don't know what the laws are in Canada, but I wouldn't be surprised that there's some. I doubt discrimination laws include skinny people.
I just don't know because.
But we are frequently discriminated against. Sometimes I am placed close to a buffet at a restaurant because people think I need to eat, and I try to oblige them.
But you don't. Yeah, but you're not offended by that, are you?
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not
that's
offended.
all good.
I try to make them happy.
Okay.
By eating.
Speaking of going to the gym, here's my thing. My thing is this. There are times I do walk into the gym, and there are people in there that are known to be gym rats. They're in there all the time, and it's the really,
and they're disgusting.
buff guys that are, all of these things. And so it can be a little bit intimidating. I understand the heart behind it. I just wonder if it's legal. Like, how does that, I don't know.
I don't know if that's legal, but you know what? What a nation of weenies.
Yeah.
We are offended because someone's
skinnier
too skinny. And is in better shape than we are, and I'm offended. I'm going to go complain.
Right. Excuse me.
Western civilization is ending.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then again, keep in mind,
we defeated the Nazis. Why can't we deal with a skinny person in the gym?
Right. I don't know. It's the same thing that McDonald's makes people fat. It's the same kind of thing. There's someone else that's responsible.
Right.
You're the reason I can't work out.
Right.
Okay. Last story. We're running out of time. Speaking of going to the gym, you're Italian. So
yes,
you eat,
I'm half Italian and half Greek.
You eat pizza. Also, then you love to eat. Because Greek food and Italian food, those are just...
That's an unfortunate stereotype, although in this case it's true.
Okay, so what would you do for do you love pizza?
I love pizza.
Okay, so here is an interesting story. This is strange, but it's true. It's a little bit sad. 19-year-old male was arrested because he was involved in a crime. A Domino's delivery driver was robbed. All he had on him was $20, his cell phone, and the pizza in question. 19-year-old guy is the lookout. And you want to know what his payment was? 3 slices of pizza. So here's what I want you to do.
What kind was it?
No, I don't even know, but I want you to take me into that conversation. I want you to take me into the conversation with those guys when they decide, here's what we're going to do. Go ahead. Help me to understand this.
So the criminal's Italian, I guess?
Well,
you want me to get into the mind of the Italian criminal?
For the sake of this story.
Okay, I would say this. First of all, this is going to be hard to believe, I just recently discovered pepperoni and bacon pizza. And I would rob the place myself if I could get paid in a large pepperoni and bacon pizza. That is probably the worst food on the planet for your arteries. But I would have held out for 4. I would have held out for 4 pieces of pizza. No, I guess you're being asked to be a lookout. Is that what this guy was? You look out for me. I'd say, well, what's in it for me? And he said, well, look, we only got $20. I'm splitting it with the 3 guys. We'll give you some pizza. 3 slices of pizza, and I'm guessing they ripped him off. He was probably thinking 2 or 3 pizzas, and on a napkin, a greasy napkin, probably had to look, take it or leave it.
You know, and
at
here's
that
the
point,
deal.
you're already a part of the gang.
This
you take it because you're going down
right,
if you get caught.
Exactly, and he did, and he was arrested, and he confessed to the whole thing, and also confessed to an earlier crime where another pizza delivery guy was robbed.
And he was in on it too?
$54 worth of pizza. Yeah, he was a part, and there, you know, we don't know how much he got paid for that, you know, but.
Look, addictions can be very difficult. So this guy obviously has a problem.
Yeah.
With addiction to
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah,
and he cannot control his behavior.
And he needs. And
he's a victim.
He's
a victim of the pizza culture in which we live.
And he needs some counseling. Thanks so much, Ed. He's such a nut. Okay, now it's time for me to tell you what's got me all pinned up this week. Now, if you're not on Pinterest, then you won't understand what I'm talking about. If you are, then you know this is something I found amusing and decided to repin it on one of my post boards. So take a look at what's got me all pinned up this week.
Hey kids, what's up?
How'd it go, Matt?
It went good.
Does your arm feel bad?
It feels good.
Good.
You know?
I know.
So it wasn't so bad going to sleep, was it?
Isn't
No.
going to sleep's awesome?
It feels good. I feel dizzy.
Do you?
Why do I feel dizzy?
It's the medicine.
Dizzy. The stupid dizzy. I hate dizzy. I hate dizzy medicine. Yeah. You know, right? I hate stupid dizzy medicine. I'm so dizzy. Dizzy. Hey, Didi, where are you?
I'm right here, honey.
Hi, Didi.
Hi, sweetheart.
Why is there two of you?
Oh, just because of the medicine.
What? Hey, Dad.
What?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up, my man?
Hey, what's this big... Hey, what's this big orange thing on my arm, man? Come on. It's heavy, you know? I just farted.
Okay, it's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Matthew.
I just couldn't stop laughing, and I couldn't help but repost it. You know, I just think that there are times in life where, you know, maybe you want to be able to say that to a friend or a coworker. You're having a bad day. You just want to be able to say, dizzy! And, you know, I think you should. As I watched this video, it did remind me of, do you remember David after Dennis from a couple years ago? Take a look at this.
Surgery.
Yeah, I know. How did it go?
I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I feel fine.
Kind of felt good, didn't it?
Is this real life?
Yeah, this is real life.
Okay, now I have 2 fingers.
Good.
4 fingers.
4 fingers. No, don't put that in. Don't put it in your mouth. Okay. You feel good?
I can't see anything.
Yes, you can. Stay in your seat.
I don't feel tired.
You don't? No?
Do I have stitches?
Uh-huh.
Do I have stitches
Yes.
on my teeth?
Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't.
Why can't I touch it?
Because it'll mess up the stitches.
You have 4 eyes.
Yeah.
I feel funny. Why is this happening to me?
It's okay, bud. It's just from the medicine. Okay?
Is this going to be forever?
No. No, it won't be forever.
know? Here's what I wish. I wish there was a way that I could just bottle that scream, that one moment where he has no words, there's nothing else that he can do to describe that he feels funny, and he just gives out that, I'm not gonna do it, don't worry, but he gives that wail. I wish I could kind of like record that, have that in my pocket, and when I hear something that's upsetting to me or someone does something that just really rubs me the wrong way, I could just press that button and they would hear this they would hear David after dentist. Hey, if you want to follow me on Pinterest, you can follow Meeke Addison, and who knows, if I repin something that you post on Pinterest, you might just get a prize in the deal. Make sure you stay close. Coming up after the break, Bob McCuistion is in studio, and he's going to talk about why the Bible is the only solution for all that ails us, or why the Bible should be the first solution for all that ails us. Meeke's back right after this. Make sure you stick around.
If we applied the truths of the Word of God, I believe we could do away with all pills that has to do with depression that's not caused physiologically.
We are at a loss for what to do when we have a need to help someone with a mental health challenge.
If I'm angry, I'll act angry. Do I have to act on my feelings? My feelings are real. I'm not suggesting that we lie to ourselves, say, no, I don't have that. No, I have those feelings.